Pecha Kucha 287, I just saw the Batman. It's funny that I went and saw a movie. I was kind of cajoled into doing it by several people, and eventually I capitulated and went and saw it. It wasn't on my radar. I actually thought it was a TV show. I wasn't sold on the guy playing Batman. I wasn't sold on the Batsuit. I didn't think there was a major villain. All of these things are arguably true. But having seen the movie and hearing all the bullshit hype that it's maybe the best Batman movie ever made, I can see that there is a certain amount of truth in that as an objective statement. Robert Pattinson is a lot better in the role than I gave him credit for. The Batsuit does look weird, but the movie's 3 hours long. You just fucking accept it. Like everything in this movie, it just kind of falls into place. The movie it gets a stride and it keeps it. One of the strongest selling points of the movie is that really the cast around Batman and his relationship with Catwoman and Commissioner Gordon and Alfred and the rest of them, it makes up for the fact that there is no one character that people will be talking about. No Heath Ledger, no Jack Nicholson. The fight scenes in this are better than the Nolan trilogy combined, all three fucking movies. Just the clip I saw, the 5-second clip of Batman punching one person in the face, I won't name names, and I just thought, wow, Christian Bale, I don't know if in 3 movies he ever threw a straight punch. The movie's also very grounded. It's gritty. Gotham is a dark and compelling place. Corruption is a major theme of this movie. It's maybe the most grounded Batman movie ever. It's very easy to take it at face value for what it is, even though some of this stuff is very out there. And like I said, it doesn't have this one guy with this stellar performance that's going to have people talking for 20 fucking years. But the movie across the board, sound design, special effects, writing, the actual plot itself, it all comes together to create a very strong movie. I highly recommend it. And shall never speak of it again. Right, so I did keep pushing on with the plot storyboarding of this book. It's dragging out a lot more than I thought it would, but really, I'm in issue 4, which is major exposition time. A lot of core characters are kind of arguing things out. Really what I'm trying to do by the end of this issue is getting across why the main character wants to basically make the plot happen. And I'm trying to use other characters to kind of rationalize the things about what he's trying to do that don't make sense, which is basically everything, because he's a shonen manga character and he has no idea how the world works. It's still a battle of the ideas that I have versus producing the characters in a way where it doesn't feel contrived. So it's almost like I've put these actors in a room and now they're acting how they should, and it might not lead to the place where I thought it was going to go. I feel like I'm still striking a relatively reasonable balance between the two things. But that said, the entire plot as it's shaping up has kind of omitted core characters I thought were essential to the initial concept. So the whole thing might end up being rewritten. And again, this is why I'm drawing these super quick, clumsy, almost unreadable things. These images are just to prompt my memory, to remind me of the decisions I think I want to make thematically. Because at this point, most of the characters are unnamed, or I'm not going to use their names. Their character design is up in the air. These are things I'm going to move on to clarify after I've done the plot, because the plot can help identify how some of these people should be dressed. And there's so much wordage in this issue. I've kind of left one of the pages blank for fear that I'm going to have to kind of slightly spread out all the panels, because the words literally won't fit when I have to print this thing on paper, which is the entire point. So I decided to continue colouring my M. Bison Iron Man thing from last week. This is where I was now. And the thing with colouring is this is where digital art really shines, because like when you just splash out a load of special effects, even a bum like me can look like he has some degree of credibility to the quality of his work. So I was just getting the airbrush out, adding light, adding shadow. Really what you want to do when you're using a tool like this is be subtle. You want to mask areas so you don't have like paint spraying all over the place, but that takes time. That's not what Bisons are. I want to get it done. I want to get it. I'm not here. I'm here to have fun. I'm not here to actually be good. So when I just bang out like the airbrush with the glow effect that makes that thick green thing behind Bison pop, I'm like, yeah, that looks cool. I can stop now. So I stopped now, and that's how we roll. But because all I really did was color a picture I'd already drawn, I was like, well, let's just draw another picture of M. Bison, and let's just have him standing there because fuck it, why not? And it was really just about me enjoying using the mechanical pencil I've been using to draw my really rough thumbnails with. It's not really a pencil that is for subtlety. It's really good at banging out shapes and strong line work, basically in a stroke. And then I just, kind of put a background of Sagat and Vega in there because I was like, yeah, whatever. I found a little quote book I have that a friend gave me from Winston Churchill, and I was going through it, and I thought, I haven't done a quote of the week thing in a while, so here we go. Here's one that seems relevant. True genius resides in the capacity for the evaluation of uncertain, hazardous, and conflicting information. This is very relevant these days, wouldn't you say? While truth stops being an objective thing and just another point of view. David Mitchell, I think, said it very succinctly when he said, finding the truth on the internet isn't like looking for a needle in a haystack. It's like looking for a single strand of hay in a haystack. It's like all the others. How are you supposed to know which one is the real one? Oh dear. But anyway, Batman was good. 3 hours and it flew by. Go check it out. When I went to the cinema, it was empty. You probably won't get COVID, but hey, that's your problem, not mine. So that's the end of Pecha Kucha 287, and I'll see you next time.